What's up guys, Zac Perna here, and today I'm going to meal prep a week's worth of cutting diet with only $50. Let's do it. So guys, back from Aldi. Now, we have the receipt here. I've got Hafiy to flick it up. Receipt? Good, so you guys can check if we're being legit here. I think it came to about $46, so I left a few extra dollars in there because last time I did this, people said, well, you didn't have any seasonings and you didn't get any of that, so I've just left discretionary dollars for the seasonings here, so they're only a couple of bucks really. And what we're gonna do is, I decided on all chicken meals for today, chicken meals for every meal of the day. Now we've got, I think 2 chicken meals here, and one is gonna be with chicken thighs. So chicken thighs, good source of fats, and these are pretty cheap too. And another one is chicken breasts, which we've got under here. We're gonna also have a meal with eggs. So we're gonna do for breakfast like eggs on toast with baked beans as well, because that's like, people are scared of eating bread when they're dieting, but really it's perfectly fine if it sits well with your gut. And what else do we have? We've also got some green beans for the veggies, because these were so cheap, and I love beans anyway. So we're going with greens, and then also some frozen mixed veg, because I ended up putting the broccoli away and opting for the frozen ones just because it was so much cheaper and adds a bit of color and variety, so it's nice. In terms of seasonings, we've got taco for the chicken thighs, and we've also got the southern fried chicken for the breast, which is pretty good. And we're just gonna bake everything. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna start by cooking the chicken. We've got the rice on now, and that is so cheap as well. So rice is a staple for carbs today, and then we're gonna get the veggies sorted. So glove goes on, because you guys know why. And I've also got these cool trays too. Usually I use my normal baking trays, but I found these in the pantry and it's like no dishes, so that's a win. So we're gonna use these today. So this is not included in the budget, guys. You don't need to do this. And we're gonna bake the thighs. They should take about the same amount of time, around 20 minutes, I'd say, for the thighs and the breast. Let's get this seasoning. I've got this taco seasoning from Costco as well, because that is money right there. It's so cheap. So if you guys have access to that, definitely do so. So we don't even need oil with these, especially thighs. They're such a fatty cut of meat, you don't really need any, especially when you're baking too. It's not gonna stick to anything, so that's not really an issue there. That's the thing I found with dry seasonings too, guys. Like, I don't worry about the calories of these too much, because you don't use a lot of it. In the scheme of things, it doesn't really make much difference. And I'm good with sodium too. Sodium is good. We need that, especially when we're dieting, because if you want to get a pump, you're gonna need a bit of sodium in your diet. So that's why I'm not scared of using any of those dry seasonings, rubs and stuff like that. Use a little bit, it won't do anything bad. Salt and pepper on these as well, before I forget. So these are gonna go in the oven for about 20 minutes to 25, just until they're cooked, ideally. And the oven is at 200 degrees Celsius too. So next, veg. Ooh. I always just microwave my veggies. So you don't really need to steam them at all. Green beans can literally just go on a plate in the microwave as is for about 2 minutes. So it's super easy here. You just gotta cut the ends off. That's the only annoying thing. So I am just lazy with it, so I end up wasting a lot. So don't do what I do. If you're worried about saving every bit of the bean. And if you're even lazier, you can just put the whole bag in the microwave if you don't want to cut the ends off. But I don't want to get choked by one of these little ends of a bean here. But serious note though guys, when you are dieting, you can't have carbs with all your meals all the time. It's just, in the end, for some, it's just not an option. So you're gonna need to fill up on veg. They're very high volume for low calories, so that's what we want here. So that's why we are dealing with a lot more veggies than normal in my cooking videos, because when I am dieting, I'd really reduce carb intake and increase quantity of green veg compared to like an off-season diet, just to keep me full, because my appetite is pretty savage. So this will keep me in check. I think we'll have carbs with 2 meals, maybe 3 today. Let's see. But definitely one meal will have no carbs in it. So these are good to go straight in the microwave, and we'll just get these in a bowl and do the exact same thing. Good. So next for the veggies, just gonna microwave these in a container. The beans or corn or peas or zucchini or potato. Now, I don't really know yet, but that is the veggie. So we're gonna have to give this a couple microwaves and stirs, but that's okay. I may as well get that sorted now, one at a time here. So this should be probably, I'm gonna go 3 minutes per one of these. So guys, here we have 1.5 kilos of rice. This will be for two meals per day, 5 days a week. And by the way, in case I haven't said this already, we're doing 5 days a week here because nobody meal preps for 7 days of the week and sticks to it. They just don't. It's always just a five-day thing. So that's what we're doing here as well. Now, back on topic, we have 1.5 kilos of white rice. Now you can have this just as is by itself, tastes fine. But one thing I like to do is put a little bit of egg and soy sauce as well. So we'll put egg and soy with this, with some leftover eggs that we've got. So for breakfast, we have 3 eggs each. So that leaves us with a whole bunch left over. So we're gonna throw in around what? We'll do 5. So that's one per day. And if you're funny about the eggs, like you don't want to have a little bit of raw egg in there, usually the rice cooks it, but you can just put it straight in the microwave and just give it a little top up on the cooking. Bit of just a splash of dark soy. And the hardest part is just mixing this together. So usually I use chopsticks, but that is like, it's gonna be hard. I might try a fork. So you get a close up of this, Hafiy. You can see the rice is basically cooking the egg because it's so hot. It's fresh out of the rice cooker. Yeah, but you're a loser, Hafiy. So I've decided not to use any supplements for today's video, purely because in the last bulking video I did, everybody thought it wasn't too budget friendly to include a protein powder, so we're just using whole foods for the entirety of the video today. So we're gonna get the breakfast sorted. I don't think I'm gonna cook all of the eggs today. I don't feel the need to fry up all the eggs because you don't really meal prep eggs. But we'll see how we go. We will get, geez, these are very saucy, these baked beans. I'm just gonna put them in the bowl just to heat them up a little bit. Let me just drain a bit of that. See what's that? That's 400 grams a tin. We only really need 750. It's not gonna go too crazy here with the old beans. Second batch of beans done. Now let's get these assorted random vegetables in there as well. So I'm gonna start frying these eggs up over here. When you're frying eggs, either use just a bit of butter, like just running the butter along there, or any spray oil. So we're just using spray oil today. We've got coconut. Get that hot. And then when I fry anything, I'm just gonna put a lid on that to cook it. The chicken's pretty much done. I'm just gonna let that sit in the oven. The oven's off, so it won't cook anymore. All about that single crack here. Yep, nailed it. Turn it down a bit, just on a medium heat. Just let that chill there. God, these are really saucy. This is why these are the cheap ones, Hafiy, because these are saucy as hell. It looks very red, and it doesn't, that smells good. It smells all right. We can deal with them. I'm just gonna heat them up first a little bit, because otherwise cold beans are gross. Should be about 150 there. That is on the money. That doesn't look perfect. I don't know what does. Look at that. This is for the no carb meal. So we'll have one no carb meal. That's what we'll have, the thighs with the beans. And we'll also have the rest of the meals with rice. So one of them with chicken thighs and one of them with chicken breast. Oh, that sucks. I just chicken juiced the absolute hell out of this. Wardrobe change? Wardrobe change. It's a bit better, a bit cleaner. So as I was saying before I just chicken juiced the hell out of myself, we want to portion these out as evenly as possible. So you can weigh it if you like, but I already took it into account of the uncooked weight. So I bought about 1.8 kilos of uncooked thighs. So just rough estimates here of around 150 cooked weight. Again, guys, you're gonna have to adjust this to your individual macros and caloric needs. For example, if you needed less food than this, less calories, you wouldn't have as much rice. You might use just breasts instead of the thighs here. Or if you needed more, you could use more rice, use more oils. You just play around with it. This is just like a baseline of probably a standard average cutting diet. I feel like I'm a lunch lady doing this. Salt and pepper on the veggies, always. Okay, so we're gonna try our best to portion out this rice. If you were gonna weigh it, we'd be doing around, let's say 170 grams of cooked weight per meal here. So guys, this is the entire 5 days of cutting. It actually doesn't look like too much when you think about 5 days, but the calories are there. So what you'd start off with is breakfast. So toast, eggs, baked beans. You can add veg to this if you like. If you want to be weird like me, I'd do that. And then next meal we have is our carbless meal, chicken thighs with beans. So again, you can add as much green vegetables to this as you like. And if you need to add more calories, add more carbs, just chuck some rice in there as well. Next meal we have chicken breast with veggies and some egg rice. So this is probably my favorite cutting or bulking meal. I just love egg rice, it's heaven. And it's pretty low fat with the chicken there too. And then last meal, dinner, is chicken thighs with egg rice and veg. So you guys can probably see it's very similar, but that is how I like to eat. That's how I like to be consistent with my meal plan. For one, it makes things easy to prep like this. And two, if you get used to eating the same food every day, you know exactly how your body responds to it. You know what you like and dislike. For example, if you have the bread and you feel bloated, you might not agree with that well. So then take that carb out, try rice. You know, that's why I've played around with a few things and I know what works with my body. So I encourage you guys to do the same. But otherwise, the macros, you've seen them all, they're all there. You've seen this was under $50. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Adjust it, please adjust it to your own caloric needs. Like the video, comment something great, and you guys know what to do. Stay nuts. Got a fresh cut in the denims, all these sexy jeans in my section, and slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.